For centuries, the world's wealthiest dynasties have played by a different set of rules. Rules designed to keep their fortunes growing long after most empires fade. In this video, we uncover the 10 secrets old money families use to stay rich forever. From the Wallenbergs in Sweden, who quietly control industries through foundations, to the Oppenheimers who dominated diamonds, to the Agnellis and Fords who built car empires that outlasted generations. We'll explore how the Pritzkers used trust to preserve unity, how the Kochs thrived by expanding into everything, and how the Rockefellers turned philanthropy into lasting power. And finally, the Rothschilds, the House of Saud, and the Waltons, dynasties that perfected the art of wealth preservation on a global scale. In the number 10 position, we have the Wallenberg family, the dynasty often called the royal family of Swedish business. For more than 150 years, they have quietly shaped industries that touch millions of lives, yet you'll rarely see their faces in the headlines. Their secret? Quiet control. Instead of flashy ownership, the Wallenbergs run their empire through foundations and holding companies, giving them long-term influence without public drama. They hold major stakes in Ericsson, AstraZeneca, and even defense company Saab, meaning this discreet family has a hand in everything from your phone calls to life-saving medicines. Their real genius is staying invisible while steering powerful companies across the globe. Unlike modern billionaires who crave attention, the Wallenbergs believe the strongest dynasties don't need noise. Their wealth speaks for them, and it's this discipline that has kept their fortune alive for over a century. In the number 9 position, we have the Oppenheimer family, a dynasty that turned diamonds into a global empire. For nearly a century, they controlled De Beers, the company that set the price of nearly every diamond sold worldwide. Their secret? Total dominance over a single resource. By controlling supply, they created scarcity, making diamonds the ultimate symbol of wealth and love. At their height, no diamond could enter the market without their approval. This iron grip built a fortune worth billions, passed down through generations. Yet despite their wealth, the Oppenheimers remained famously private, rarely giving interviews or flaunting their power. Their story is proof that sometimes the best way to stay rich forever is to master one industry so completely that the world cannot ignore you, even if it barely knows your name. In the number 8 position, we have the Agnelli family, the dynasty that transformed Italian cars into a global empire. Known as the force behind Fiat, Ferrari, and later Stellantis, the Agnellis built one of the most recognizable automotive legacies in history. Their secret? Reinvention. Each generation has reshaped the family business, expanding beyond cars into banking, media, and even sports ownership. Giovanni Agnelli laid the foundation, but his heirs understood that to stay rich, they had to adapt to changing times. Today, their family fortune is spread across multiple industries, ensuring that no single downturn can destroy their wealth. Despite their immense power, the Agnellis maintain a polished, aristocratic image that fits seamlessly with their old money roots. Their story proves that real dynasties don't just build businesses, they build systems that can evolve, survive, and thrive for centuries. In the number 7 position, we have the Pritzker family, the dynasty best known for founding Hyatt hotels and expanding into banking, investments, and philanthropy. Their fortune once ranked among the largest in America, but what makes them truly fascinating is how they manage succession. The Pritzkers' secret is dividing without destroying. Instead of letting rivalries tear them apart, they place their wealth into carefully structured trusts, ensuring each branch of the family could benefit while the empire stayed intact. This strategy allowed the dynasty to survive family disputes and still grow across generations. Today, Pritzkers remain billionaires, with several members active in politics, business, and charity. Their approach shows that staying rich forever isn't just about building wealth. It's about managing it wisely so family unity doesn't collapse under the weight of fortune. The Pritzkers turned succession planning into their greatest legacy. In the number 6 position, we have the Ford family, the dynasty that revolutionized the automobile industry and still holds influence today. Their secret? Protecting control through special voting shares. While Ford Motor Company is publicly traded, the family ensured they would never lose their grip by holding a special class of stock with outsized voting power. This clever setup allows them to guide the company's direction even if outsiders own most of the shares. From Henry Ford's original assembly line to today's electric car revolution, the family's voice has always mattered. Unlike many dynasties that fade after going public, the Fords secured their seat at the table forever. Their story proves that staying rich isn't just about building an empire. It's about creating structures that lock in influence across generations. For the Fords, legacy isn't left to chance. It's written into the company itself. In the number 5 position, we have the Koch family, one of America's most powerful dynasties. Their empire began with oil refining, but their secret to staying rich forever is expansion. Instead of relying on a single industry, the Kochs built Koch Industries into a massive conglomerate touching chemicals, paper products, ranching, finance, and even tech. This constant reinvestment shields them from economic downturns and ensures steady growth. By keeping their company privately owned, the family also avoids the scrutiny and pressures of Wall Street, allowing them to think long-term rather than quarter to quarter. With billions in annual revenue, the Kochs have quietly shaped everything from fuel pipelines to household goods. Their strategy shows that real dynasties don't just defend their fortune, they grow it by spreading roots across multiple industries. For the Koch family, diversification isn't optional, it's survival. In the number 4 position, we have the Rockefeller family, once the richest dynasty in America. John D. Rockefeller built Standard Oil into a monopoly that made him the first billionaire in U.S. history. But the real secret to the family's lasting wealth is philanthropy. Instead of hoarding their fortune, the Rockefellers channeled it into foundations, universities, and global institutions. This strategy didn't just preserve their influence, it expanded it. By funding science, medicine, and education, the family cemented their name as a force for progress while still protecting their wealth through trusts and investments. Generations later, the Rockefeller name carries respect and power, even though their companies have evolved. Their story shows that giving strategically can be just as powerful as investing. For the Rockefellers, philanthropy wasn't charity, it was a tool to turn financial fortune into cultural and political legacy. In the number 3 position, we have the House of Saud, the ruling family of Saudi Arabia, and one of the wealthiest dynasties in history. Their fortune is built on oil, but their secret to staying rich forever is transforming natural resources into global power. By channeling oil revenues into the Public Investment Fund, one of the largest sovereign wealth funds in the world, they've turned a commodity-based fortune into long-term financial security. This fund owns stakes in tech giants, luxury companies, and sports ventures, ensuring their wealth thrives even in a post-oil future. With thousands of princes spread across the kingdom, their influence reaches deep into politics, business, and culture. The House of Saud proves that dynasties can preserve their wealth by controlling national assets and converting them into international influence that stretches far beyond their borders. In the number 2 position, we have the Rothschild family, perhaps the most mysterious dynasty in history. For over 2 centuries, they have been linked to global banking power, financing governments, wars, and industries across Europe. Their secret to staying rich forever is secrecy itself. Instead of flaunting their fortune, the Rothschilds built private banks, spread their assets across multiple countries, and kept family affairs out of the public eye. This made it nearly impossible for rivals to track their true wealth. Their influence runs through finance, wine estates, and investments that continue to generate billions, yet their faces rarely appear in public. The Rothschilds prove that dynastic power doesn't always thrive on visibility. It thrives on discretion. Their story reminds us that sometimes the greatest strength of old money is what the world doesn't see. In the number one position, we have the Walton family, heirs to the Walmart empire and the richest dynasty in the world today. Their secret to staying rich forever is simple but incredibly effective: control. By keeping the majority of Walmart's shares within the family, they ensure the company's profits flow directly back into their fortune. Every year, billions in dividends are reinvested into trusts that protect their wealth across generations. Walmart's reach is staggering. It serves millions of customers daily and shapes global retail. Yet the Waltons rarely seek the spotlight, preferring to let the world's largest retailer speak for them. Their story proves that the surest path to lasting wealth is to build an empire so essential that it never stops generating cash, then lock that wealth into structures that secure it for centuries.